Let's start in a nice seated position, maybe grabbing some blocks if you have those nearby. So those are always welcomed. Nice seated position. Okay. And we'll just start with a little bit of breathing and sort of quieting the mind before we really begin our movement practice today. So let's start with placing our right hand on our chest and left hand on our belly. And just start to take a couple of deep breaths into the nose, filling up the lungs completely here. And then exhale all of it out. As you inhale, think of lifting up nice and tall out of that seat. And exhale, sinking deeper into your mat beneath you. So inhale nice and tall, almost lengthening the spine, lifting up out of your seat. And then exhale, just letting it go. Getting a little bit heavier and deeper into the mat. Feel free to close your eyes here as well. Take a few more breaths, lifting up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Exhale, grounding yourself into the floor. And take one more like that. And go ahead and place your hands on your rib cage. Keep your eyes closed here if you want. And now we're going to think of taking deep breaths out towards the sides of the room. So on that inhale, feel your rib cage expand. Feel your fingers floating away from one another. And as you exhale, they're coming back together as you stitch your rib cage together. So inhale, think of out towards the sides of the room or your space. And then exhale, bringing it back in the center. And two more times like that. Inhale. And exhale. And one more breath like that. Expanding that rib cage. And then exhale, bring it back together. Perfect. Go ahead and open your eyes, placing your hands on your knees, and starting to roll those shoulders gently up, down, and around. One more shoulder roll. And then scrunch those shoulders all the way up to those ears. Inhale, and then exhale. Just let it go. Release. Let's do it two more times. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, relax. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale, let it go. Reach those arms up on your inhale. And exhale, release. And again, lift up. And down. A couple more times. Up nice and tall. Exhale, lower. Reach up. And down. Next one, you're going to interlace those fingers at the top. And you're going to reach all the way up a little bit higher here. And reach over to that left side. Just a little side bend. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Just a little side bend. Back to center. Release those arms. Take the hands in front of you. Interlace your fingers. Push out and away. Tuck your chin. Look down at your legs here. And push your shoulder blades apart. You should feel this in your upper back. And then inhale, release. Exhale, take the hands behind. Opposite stretch. Hands can come on the floor, and maybe they also interlace behind you. This time, pull your shoulder blades together. Lift through the chest and the shoulders. Maybe you take the head up a little bit. That feels good. Keep squeezing or leaning back. And then slowly tuck that chin in and release. Take those arms back up. And inhale, you're going to lower that left arm and reach your right arm over. So getting a little bit deeper into this stretch. Through the side body, pressing into your right hip. One more breath. Inhale up and exhale, lower that other arm. Same thing, big reach. Pushing into your left hip this time. And then slowly come back up. Inhale and exhale. Okay, go ahead. I just want to shift our legs for just a moment. I want to do a couple more things seated, but if you're like me and just need to stretch out your legs for a moment, go ahead and do that now. Just don't want our legs to cramp or feet to cramp. And then you're going to come back into your seated position. I'm going to adjust mine just a little bit. So come back to that seated position, or maybe a different one. And now we're going to do a seated cat-cow. So hands start on those knees. As you inhale, you're going to slide the hands to your hips, push your chest out. And then exhale, you round the spine. Bring that chin to chest and pull your belly button in towards your chest. And then again, inhale, pull your elbows back, push your chest forward, and then exhale. Cat-cow is in a seated position. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to show you from the side. Keep moving. I want you to really exaggerate this. So inhale, say I push my chest forward, I pull my elbows back, and then exhale. Around the spine. A couple more times. Working through the back. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more cat-cow in your seated position. Okay, now we're going to draw circles with our chest. So imagine you've got a pencil right here at the top of your chest. You're going to create circles with it. So you're going to go forward, right, back, left, and then make this into a circular motion. So you've got that pencil or that pen right at the top of your chest, drawing that circle. Moving it around. One more in this direction. Okay, now we're going to do the other direction. So front, left, back, and side. And then start to make that a circular motion. So working through that torso and lower back. Big circles. And one more in this direction. Back to center. All right. Okay, let's come out of this position. We're going to go to tabletop. So make sure you have that mat. Good support for those knees. Come on up. Okay, so hands right underneath our shoulders and leave our knees under our chest. We're first just going to stretch through our calves and hamstrings. So start with that right leg. You're just going to extend it straight back. Tuck the toes, and we're going to rock forward and back. Inhale and exhale. So you want to keep your right leg as straight as you can. Getting a little stretch for those wrists. So inhale and exhale, feel that big stretch in those calves. We're just doing a gentle rock forward and back. Okay, let's switch into the left leg. So extend that left leg on the balls of your feet, and you're going to inhale, rock forward, and exhale, rock back. So really getting into those calves. Inhale and exhale, a couple more, keeping your back flat. It's just a shift of your weight here is rocking forward and back. And last one. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and warm up the core a little bit more. Inhale, you're going to extend your left arm and right leg at the same time. Exhale, I want you to lower down and just tap the floor. Inhale, you're going to lift it back up. Just a couple inches. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. You're going to feel those glutes warm up as well as the core. Inhale, lift without arching your back. Exhale, lower. Let's try 4 more. Inhale, see how nothing else in my body's moving. Exhale, just the arm and that leg. Inhale and exhale. Think of zipping up a tight pair of pants here. Lift and lower. One more, keep your gaze slightly in front of your fingertips. Hold this last one for 8, 7, 6, 5. Straight leg, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come down. Let's sit back into a quick child's pose, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Knees wide, feet together. Dropping that head in between your arms. Shifting your weight side to side. And then when you're ready, slowly make your way back up. Okay, same thing on the other side. So it's this time it's our right arm, our left leg. Inhale, extend. Try to get it the same height as the rest of your body here, so nice and tall. And then we're gonna lower, so just tapping the floor in front and behind. Inhale, exhale, lift back up. And again, inhale and exhale. So just the arm and leg moving, it's just a couple inches. No arching of the back here. Inhale and exhale. You want to keep those hips tucked under, right? Flat back. Okay, let's try 4 more. Keep your back leg straight. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Inhale and exhale. Can you straighten your leg a little more? Inhale and exhale. Last one. We're going to hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep breathing, lift a little higher. 4. Tuck those hips. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Come on down, child's pose. You should feel that heat starting to build in the body. Drop that head in between your arms. Shift your weight side to side here. All right, slowly come back up to tabletop. Let's start with a puppy pose here to work into our arms and shoulders a little bit. You're gonna walk out to those forearms, and you're gonna drop your head to the mat and keep those hips lifted. Just hang out here for a couple breaths. Puppy pose, hips right on top of those knees. This is a great alternative for a full down dog. Let me do that later. You always just find puppy pose instead. A little less intense. And then inhale, make your way back up. Exhale, we're gonna lower all the way down to our chest and belly. Legs nice and wide. On your next inhale, you're gonna lift up to a Sphinx pose. You lift up onto our forearms and our elbows. So your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. And you don't want to move your head, so keep your focus right in front. I'm just turning so I can see you all. Shoulders down, chest up. If this is too much on your back, you're going to find a more traditional baby cobra. And just lifting and holding for a couple breaths. You should feel your back open here. Maybe a little uncomfortable, but it shouldn't be painful. Hold it for 2 more breaths. Keep that chest lifted. Keep your shoulders down. Think of really good posture. We're trying to have good posture while you're here. And then very slowly come on down. Elbows out. Tuck the toes. Hands right under the chest. Right under the shoulders. You're going to press yourself up and back. And let's find that puppy pose 1 more time. Flatten your toes. And lower to those forearms. Head down, hips up. Hold that there. So just sort of working through those tight areas of the body before we stand and get moving and flowing, so you feel just maybe a little bit more stretched out before we do that. 1 more breath in that puppy pose. I find that's usually shoulders, hips, and back. Where we tend to hold our tension, right? And our stress. And inhale, slowly come back up, and exhale, come on down. Legs are about hip distance. It will be a little bit harder if your legs are closer together. So if you want a little more space for your back, bring your legs wider. That will feel better. So either baby cobra or your Sphinx. And just take a couple breaths. Allow your body and muscles to just sort of get into this pose. Allow your body to find that space. Breathe here. Keeping that chest lifted. It's Sphinx or baby cobra. You don't want this to be painful. Maybe a little uncomfortable. Your body is tight, that's okay. 1 more breath. And then very slowly come on down. Very slow. Okay, we're gonna tuck the toes. We're gonna press up to come to a child's pose. So we're gonna get nice stretch in the back, so just make your way up slowly. Knees together, sit on back. You want a little more stretch for the lower back. You can bring your knees close together. That will feel a little different. You'll just feel that more in your lower back as opposed to your hips. Both are great. Shift your weight from side to side. And then inhale, slowly roll up. And then exhale, we're gonna come to a kneeling position. So we're gonna do one more opener. We're gonna open through the side a little bit and through our hips. So I want us to practice warrior 3 again today, maybe even standing half moon, but we need to open up through our side body. So we're gonna be kneeling, you're gonna grab a block or a towel. I always fold my mat to give my knees a little extra support. So we've done this one before where we're gonna come out and open up through the side body. So you're gonna mimic what you would do in that standing half moon. So let's place that block to our right side first. And we're gonna extend that left leg. Okay, use the block however you want. Okay, so inhale, we're gonna extend that same arm, so that left arm. You're gonna reach it all the way up. Inhale, reach, hand is either on the floor or on the block. And then slowly come back up. Inhale and exhale. So working through the side body, warming up those obliques. Come back up. You want to keep your hips forward here. Try not to let them drop back. Exhale. And we'll try one more and we'll just hold that last one. Inhale, you can reach towards that foot. Exhale, and let's just hold for a couple breaths here. Beautiful. Yep. This is also how you look in an extended side angle pose. Very similar to that one. And then also in that standing half moon. And standing half moon, you're a little more like this, right? That arm is up. But we're just getting our bodies sort of familiar with that pose. So if you want to try it, you can. One more breath, keep those hips forward. Inhale, come back up. Now this time I do want you to sit your hips back, but really just more for a stretch. You're gonna take your hands either to a block or to the floor. And just like we did before, you're gonna rock forward and back. And you can sort of put your foot into the floor like I have here, rotate it down almost like you would warrior 2. Inhale and exhale. And you're gonna feel that stretch in your inner thighs and outer thighs. But also hopefully in those hips, rock forward and back, maybe 2 more times. And then other foot, the foot can be tucked or it can be flat. That doesn't really matter too much. And let's go ahead and switch and we'll do the other side. Okay, so come on up. Now extending your right leg. Now your back foot here, if you can really see through, that should be flat ideally, okay? We just don't want our toes to cramp, so try not to tuck them. If it gives you more support and it feels better, that's okay. Here we go. Right arm reaches and exhale. So you don't have to use the block like I am. If you can reach the floor, then great. Inhale. If not, use that block. It's there to help. Exhale. So just do a couple, keeping your hips forward, squeezing your glutes just a tad. And we want to keep our chest open too, so we don't want to close it off. Last one here. Right here, hold it. So ingrain this pose in your brain, right? This is exactly what we would do in extended side angle, right? We're not dropping that chest, keep it open. Same thing for that half moon, you're essentially doing this, right? So very similar, hold it for 2 more breaths, keep those hips forward, keep your chest up, and then slowly come back up, perfect. Then you can rotate and turn that heel down. We're gonna do that shifting, that rocking again. You can tuck that other foot if you'd like. Hands on the floor or on the block, and you're just gonna shift your weight forward and back. So if you have tight hips, or maybe even if your hips are tight but you have back pain, this is good because you might, sometimes back pain is because your hips are tight, but you might not realize it. So this is kind of good to do in the morning when you first wake up, or even windshield wipers that we do sometimes. That's a good way to kind of open up those hips and back. So one more. And sometimes back pain is also just from really tight hamstrings, right? So we'll make sure to get to all of those and stretch them out. So let's slowly come on off. Okay, so now we're gonna get into some movement. So let's find downward facing dog. Have those blocks close by. Go to our flow here. Okay, everyone find nice downward facing dog. Hands towards the top of your mat, feet towards the back. Lift up. If it's your first one of the day, of the morning, take your time. Work your way into this. Hold it there. So maybe you pedal up those heels. Maybe you move a little bit. Maybe you want to reach for your ankle a couple times. Opposite ankle reach with your hand to get your core a little warmer. So feel free to mix it up. Take a few more breaths. Maybe you go through a flow already. You want to go into that chaturanga, that up dog. So wherever you're at, nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Lift your hips a tad bit higher. Make sure you're pushing into your entire hand, not just the outside of your hand, but also your thumbs and your pointer finger. Next inhale, you're gonna bend your knees. Exhale, you're gonna walk, hop, or jump, forward fold, come to the very top of your mat. Reaching for the floor, maybe reaching for a block. Bend those knees. Inhale takes us to standing, reach those arms up. Nice and slow. You're gonna bring your palms together as you exhale and lower down to heart center. All right, here we go. Inhale, let's reach up, and exhale, float it down. All the way down, let it go. Inhale, lift, nice flat back, halfway. Press your heels into the floor here. Get that hamstring stretch, lift your chest. And exhale, release. Okay, medium step back, warrior one. Heel into the floor, lift the chest, arms up and hold. Interlace your fingers here, pointer and thumb stay extended. Glue your arms to your ears. Remember that front leg is bent, back leg is straight, hips are forward. Big stretch in the back of the leg. Inhale, release the arms, roll the shoulders. Exhale. Inhale, lift the chest, just like we did in the beginning. Squeeze your shoulder blades or interlace your fingers. Inhale, lift, exhale, we're gonna lower for humble warrior. So you're gonna lower that chest towards your thigh very slowly, and you're gonna reach those arms up behind you at the same time. Your fingers don't interlace, you're just squeezing your shoulder blades together, that's okay. Head down, heavy like a bowling ball. Make sure you're putting weight in your back leg and not just the front. Push into your back foot, inhale, lift up. Woo, exhale, release, straighten that front leg, arms up and lower. Gonna get ready for our triangle pose. Inhale, reach towards your foot and exhale, lower down. You can start with hand on the hip. And then when you're ready, you can extend that arm all the way up. So big twist in that torso and shoulder. Take your gaze over your shoulder as well. If your arm is extended, you're looking at that hand. Hold this here. I want you to lift the chest. So we don't have to actually reach for that ankle. I'd rather you be up a little bit higher in better form. And inhale, push into that back foot. Woo, exhale, let's step to the front to find a chair pose. Try to do just one step. One step, drop and hold. Arms up. That's a little too much for your shoulders. Take your hands to prayer. Drop those hips here. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop an inch lower. Look down. Make sure you can see your toes. Make sure you can wiggle them. Inhale, lift. We're going to take that right leg up. First little balance here. Exhale, hold. So I want you to find one point in front of you to focus on. Maybe your leg starts down here. Maybe you bring it up to that 90-degree angle. We're going to hold for just a couple more breaths. You're warming up that opposite leg. Squeeze your glutes, chest out. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale, take it back. Let's find a high lunge. Drop the hips, reach the arms up. Hold this right here. We're gonna transition into warrior two. Inhale, lift a little higher. As you exhale, you're gonna open that right hip. Glue your heel down, just like we did on the floor. And exhale, lower those arms. Front knee is bent, back leg nice and straight. Arms are strong. Take your gaze over that middle finger in your front arm. As you're being pulled in both directions at the same time, to find somewhere in the middle, shoulders and chest right on top of those hips. Flip that palm, inhale, lean forward slightly. Exhale, take it back, peaceful warrior. Take your gaze at your hand. Hold this right here. And then inhale, slowly come back to the center. And then exhale, we're gonna take that back heel up and cartwheel our hands down. Take your hands on either side of your foot, drop that knee to the floor. Flatten your foot. Inhale, reach up for low lunge. Exhale, hold. So we're just gonna get a little extra stretch for that hip flexor. We're just gonna do this for the first round. Hold this here. Watch your hip, knee, and ankle. Make sure they're in a nice straight line. And then inhale takes us down. Exhale, reach up that back toe, lift the knee off the floor, and step back to down dog. Good job. Okay, inhale, come forward to your plank. We're gonna work the core and upper body. Hold your plank for a couple breaths. Hold it right here. You can have one knee down, you can have both, but don't let go of your form. Tuck those hips. One more breath. Exhale, knees and chest. Your chest falls in front of your fingertips. Glue your elbows together. Flatten your toes. Inhale, lift baby cobra. Exhale, reach up your toes. Down and back. Down dog. Hold that right there. Remember your hands, they're right under your shoulders when you're doing that. And if it's a little too much for your back, you can always take those elbows out a little bit. But ideally, your elbows are glued into your side for chaturanga. So 2 more breaths in down dog or child's pose. And then we'll do the other side. Nice and warm. There's a lot of noise going on outside, so sorry if you all can hear that. Okay, next inhale. You're gonna bend your knees. And exhale, walk, hop, or jump. Forward fold. Hold this here. Now, of course, it stops. Inhale takes us to standing. And then exhale, we bring our palms together. Maybe mini back bend. Take it down. Okay, same thing other side. Here we go. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, take it down. Lift up halfway, flat back. We practice this because we'll come to it in that warrior three balance. Exhale, lower. Medium step back, warrior one. Lift the arms. Perfect. Interlace those fingers. Hold here. Remember that warrior one. You're sort of on railroad tracks, not the tightrope, and your hips are forward. Perfect. Hold this here. Just making sure we don't have anyone new today. Yeah, okay. So you all know what we're doing. Okay. One more breath. Okay, let's release. Roll the shoulders. Inhale, lift the chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Maybe interlace. Exhale, tumble warrior. You can always watch and then come into that pose. So very slowly. Hold this here. You want to imagine that your head is as heavy as a bowling ball. And you're reaching those arms up and back. Continue to hold. If those fingers don't interlace, you're just squeezing your arms together as best as you can. One more breath. Push into your back foot. Slowly lift up, inhale. And exhale, release. Arms come up, reach, and lower them down. Let's get ready for triangle pose, other side. Legs in a nice triangle position. Keep them fairly straight. Reach towards your foot, inhale. And exhale. Start to open up through your shoulder. You can start with hand on the hip, or go right for that. Hold that right there. Remember the wall. Imagine you have that wall So you gotta really lift up through that chest, okay? It's not about reaching for that ankle necessarily. Good, Mindy. Looking good. Nice, BB, perfect. Now, once you get a little more flexibility, then you can practice getting a little bit lower, but you gotta keep that chest up. Keep twisting, look at that hand, looking at that shoulder, one more breath. Push into your back foot, inhale. Those are those obliques working, pull yourself up. Take a big step to the front, chair pose. Try just one step. Drop and hold. So we're tucking our hips under so we don't have that arch back. Shoulders down, maybe cactus feels better, maybe hands in prayer feels better. Exhale, drop an inch lower. Can you wiggle your toes? You should be able to see them when you look down. Inhale, lift up, exhale, here's our first little balance. Foot can be here, here. We're all the way in that 90-degree pose. We're just holding this here. Nice and tall. Imagine you're zipping up a tight pair of pants, string on top of your head, lifting you up, hold it for 2 more breaths. And then we step it back, 1 more breath, nice and tall, and then big step back. High lunge, arms up and hold. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, you're gonna open that left hip, glue that heel into the floor, and lower the arms to find warrior 2. Back leg is straight, open it from that hip, front leg is bent. Drop the shoulders down. Nice and tall, look down. Your knees should be right in line with your big toe. So if it's not, readjust those hips. Readjust your stance width, whatever you have to do. This is our first time through, so let's get into it so we can flow faster for the next couple of rounds. Flip that palm, inhale, exhale, peaceful warrior, take it back. Take your gaze up. And then inhale, come back down. Exhale, heel off the floor, cartwheel those hands down, hands on the floor or block. Drop that back knee, flatten your foot. Inhale takes us up. Exhale, we hold low lunge. Just this first time, get a little more into those hips so you can stretch out a little bit more next time. Look down at your hip, right? Your knee, your ankle. Make sure nothing's going crazy there. Nice straight line. Inhale down, exhale, retuck. Lift that knee. Maybe you hold this lunge for a challenge. For an extra breath here. Nice runner's lunge, hips low, and then step it back. Down dog. Inhale forward to your plank. We're gonna hold it. Hold your plank for 8, for 7, wherever you're at. 6, 5, tuck those hips. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, knees and chest. And try not to collapse here, right? So keep your back flat and strong and sturdy. Flatten your toes. Inhale, lift baby cobra. Maybe you're ready for upward facing dog. And then exhale, down dog or child's pose and hold it. So if you've been lifelong yogi and you have more advanced movements in your practice, feel free to do those. And you always have the option to come to that child's pose. 2 more breaths, and then we're gonna go through it again, a little bit faster, adding a couple layers. I know you are ready for the challenge. Okay, we're gonna bend those knees. Next inhale. Exhale, back up or jump, forward fold. Let it go there. Inhale takes us to standing. This part not fast. We don't want to get dizzy, so slowly up. Bring your palms together. Exhale. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, float it down. Swan dive forward. Lead with the chest. Inhale, lift, halfway, flat back. Lift the chest. Exhale. Warrior 1, step back. Interlace those fingers and hold. So now trying to do more of like a dance almost, right? Flowing through each pose. Lower those arms. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, lower for humble warrior. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Make sure you're pushing into your back foot or have the weight back there and not just the front leg. Keep squeezing. Drop that head. Push into your back foot. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Arms up. And drop. Let's flow right into triangle pose. Inhale and exhale. So wherever that is for you, hold it for a couple breaths here. Big twist, right? You're looking up at that shoulder or up at that hand. Keep breathing. Big twist and grabbing your wrist and pulling you back. Inhale, push into your foot. Woo, exhale, step together. Drop and hold chair pose. Everyone bring your hands to prayer. Inhale, lift. Bring that right leg up. And exhale, take it back. High lunge. Reach. Nice high lunge here. Inhale, lift a little higher. We're gonna find that warrior two. Open the hip, glue the heel, lower warrior two. Nice and strong. Flip that palm, inhale. Exhale, peaceful warrior, take it back. Take your gaze at your hand. Inhale, come back to your warrior two. Here's our change. Exhale, extended side angle. Just gonna lower this arm here. Your back arm is gonna sweep towards the floor. Inhale, and then exhale. Remember that same pose we did on the floor. You're gonna match that same thing that you did. You're making a diagonal line with your arm. Hold this here. So it's looking like this, right? This is what we're doing, just in a standing position. Now, just a little weight on your front leg. I don't want it like this though. So everyone lift up. Just a little bit of weight. I want your weight in this leg. Your back leg, reach, reach, reach. Maybe the hand slides down, but you gotta drop the hips. One more breath. Inhale, lift up. Oh my goodness, exhale. And straighten that leg for just a moment. We're gonna turn our hips back to the front and practice our warrior three. So find that warrior two, lift your back heel, rotate those hips. Come back to your lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come together. You're gonna lean forward slightly, push up that foot, and here comes that warrior three. Hold it here. Maybe those arms extend. Back leg is straight. You want to go right into your standing half moon practice. You're more than welcome to do that. Maybe you come out of this and shake it out and get back into it. Standing half moon, also similar to what we did. You're gonna stack those hips, point that toe, drop that bottom arm and lift that top arm. Maybe find that wall. Ooh, I can't really do it on this side. So maybe just focusing on that warrior three, back leg is straight, doesn't matter how high it is. One more breath, squeeze those glutes. Inhale, just lower that leg. Exhale, shake it out. Good job, everybody. Perfect. We're gonna come back down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it down. You're gonna step back to your down dog. Great job. Feeling those glutes. And inhale, come forward to your plank. Exhale, lower knees and chest. Maybe a full chaturanga, where you don't lower the knees. Elbows in, inhale, lift. Baby cobra or up dog. And then exhale, down dog or child's pose. And hold right there. Woo, should be warm. We're gonna do that same thing on the other side, adding that extended side ankle to really get that glute on fire, and then practice that balance. One more breath where you're at. One more breath. Okay, next inhale, you're gonna bend those knees. Exhale, you're gonna walk, hop, or jump. Find your forward fold. Let it go. Inhale takes us to standing. Nice and slow. Exhale, bring your palms together. Woo, lower to heart center. Let's keep it moving. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. Feel free to speed up, slow down, whatever works for you. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. There's that warrior two flat back, right? That's how you're gonna look. Okay, step back, warrior one. And release those fingers. Glue your arms to your ears. Release the arms. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Drop the head. Press into your back leg. Keep holding here. Hold this for one more breath. Humble warrior, just letting go of anything that does not serve us. Push into your back leg. Inhale, slowly lift up. Exhale, release. Reach up, inhale, exhale, rotate to the side. Here's our triangle pose. Reach and flow right into that. And once you're there, hold it. When we're lifting up through the chest, hold it. Let me see. Maybe find the wall. Imagine you're being squished in between two walls. Beautiful. Lifting up and out. Awesome job, everybody. Good. Good, Regina. Nice and strong. Keep your gaze. One more breath. Push into that back foot. Inhale. Exhale. Take that big step to find chair pose. Top of the mat. Drop and hold. Nice flat back in that chair. Everyone bring your hands together. Inhale, lift that left leg. Exhale, whoop, big step back. High lunge. Arms up. Lift up a little higher. Inhale, exhale, open up. Warrior two. That comes from your hip first, then your knee, then your ankle rotate. Flip that palm. Inhale, watch your knee. Exhale, take it back. Peaceful warrior. And then inhale, come on back. Exhale, sit at side angle. You're just lowering this here. You're gonna sweep the floor. Inhale, reach, and exhale, here we go. So you're making a nice, beautiful diagonal line from your foot all the way up to your hand. Perfect. Everyone drop those hips and lift your chest. Yeah, there's a little weight on that front leg, but not all of it. Maybe you slide down and reach for that ankle, or you stay right here. Drop those hips, one more breath. Inhale, come back up. Woo! Good job. Exhale. Let's come back to that warrior two. We're gonna get ready for the balance. Take that back heel off the floor. Rotate to the front of the mat. Hips forward, arms up. Hands together in prayer. Lower to your heart. Inhale forward. Exhale, push off that foot. And practice your balance. Hold it right there. Always a slight bend in that standing leg. You want to go right into half moon, point your toe, straighten your legs, stack your hips, open up, drop one arm down and lift the other one up. Hold it there, fall out of it, get back into it. We're just practicing together, right? Whew. Hold it for a few more breaths. Back leg is straight. Maybe warrior three, arms are by your side. Maybe they're in front, right? Whatever you want to practice here, hold on to it. Let's do one more breath. Yes, use the couch. Good, Mindy. Okay, and exhale, just lower that foot, bring it back to meet your other one. Woo! Shake it out, great job. Let's come down to our down dog. Take it down, step back. Do the fine child's pose or do your flow again. We're just about done. We're gonna practice our balance one more time through. So down dog or child's pose, hold it. And we're just gonna practice our warrior three, just that one pose. One final time. So if you didn't try the half moon and you wanna try it, this will be your chance to do so. On your next inhale, you're gonna bend your knees. Exhale, walk up or jump, forward fold. Inhale takes us to standing. Exhale, palms come together. Then we're gonna bring them right back up. Inhale and exhale, let it go. All the way down. Inhale, lift, flat back. Let's keep that momentum going. Exhale. Go right into your lunge. Big step back, right leg. Reach up, inhale, palms come together, exhale. Here we go. Lean forward, push off, and let's go into it. Warrior three, maybe arms by your side, in front. You want to practice that half moon. Use your bench or couch. Remember, you're stacking your hips, almost like a side plank. And then open, reach that top arm up and bottom arm down. Hold that there. Maybe just a couple breaths, and then we'll go right into the other side. Or any balance here. Beautiful, good. One more breath, everybody. Okay, come back to your lunge. Inhale, reach those arms up. And then exhale, step to chair. Drop the hips. Take your hands in prayer. Just take a moment here. We're gonna go right to that other side. So inhale, lift your other leg up, and exhale, come back to that lunge. Arms up, Inhale, palms come back to center. Exhale, lean forward and push off and lift. Hold this here. So it could be any balance, right? Maybe you're practicing this that we did earlier. Maybe you're practicing tree pose. Maybe you want to practice that half moon, so stacking those hips. I just point my toe because it helps me think that I'm getting my leg a little straighter, right? So wherever you're at, just take a few more final breaths of practicing whatever balance you are practicing. If you're feeling those glutes like I am, you can shake it out, come back into it. Let's do 2 more. So 2 more breaths, find it one more time. One more time. One more breath, squeeze and lift. And then inhale, just lower that foot. Exhale to meet your other foot and shake it out. Oh my goodness, great job, everyone. You can come down and do child's pose or go through that flow one more final time. So totally up to you. Take it on down, step back, down dog. With that little upper body and core, do it one more time here with me. And then everyone's gonna find child's pose once they're done. Good old child's pose. Shifting your weight from side to side while you're in that child's pose. Next, inhale, walk those hands up. Woo, exhale, let's swing those legs around and slowly make our way onto our back. Great job, everyone. How are we doing? Good, thumbs up. Awesome, slowly come on down. And once you're there, hug those knees into your chest. Gently rock side to side, circle your ankles, wiggle your toes. Great job. Everyone worked hard today. Lower those feet onto the floor. You can do a little windshield wiper here. Just dropping the legs from side to side. Again, this is actually good to do first thing in the morning. So wake up those hips a little bit and back. One more on each side. Then we're gonna come into a spinal twist. So bring those knees back into your chest. If it feels better with maybe just one leg at a time, you can do that. Drop your legs to the left, all the way over. Open those arms, look over your right shoulder, twist and hold. Keep your knees as close to your chest as you can. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Exhale, drop to the right side. Arms open up, look over that left shoulder, extend through that arm. Slowly back to the center. Inhale, give yourself a big hug. To exhale, let's find happy baby for our last pose here. One more. Stretch for our back and hips. So grab those feet, grab the toes. You can stay here in this sort of butterfly stretch. If you can, extend the legs. And then maybe rock side to side here. Massaging your back. If it doesn't feel good, find a stretch that does. And then when you're ready, slowly bring those feet back together, gently back onto the floor. Maybe do one more stretch or find an inversion, whatever you'd like. Once you are in that relaxation pose of your choice, you're going to close your eyes and just take a couple moments here as we finish out class today. So just focus on your breath, being still, allowing your body to decompress. Melt into the mat. Take a nice deep breath in and deep breath out. With your eyes still closed, straighten your legs out in front of you, reach your arms all the way overhead. You're gonna make yourself a little bit longer. Inhale, I want you to squeeze every muscle in your body. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then exhale, relax. One more time. Inhale, squeeze, 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 reach. And exhale, relax. Gently begin to hug both knees into your chest. One last time. Circle your ankles, wiggle your toes, tell yourself something nice. And then gently roll over to your side. Gently open your eyes. Then press yourself up. Come to a nice, comfortable, seated position. Once you're at the top, couple shoulder rolls. Maybe a gentle twist over the left and right side. And then inhale, we'll take a nice deep breath. All together, reaching those arms up. Exhale, bring your palms together, lower down to heart center. Thank yourself for making the time to do something for you this morning. Your body, your mind, your spirit, and sharing that with everyone else on this call today. And then we will open our eyes and we will say namaste to one another. Namaste. Thank you all for sharing your Friday morning with me as always. We'll do a little recovery flow next Friday, so bring your foam rollers and I hope you all have a great weekend. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Ellen.
Thanks, Ellen.